welcome back to my channel. So today I have another video for you. We're gonna be making blueberry muffins. Oh my gosh, I love blueberry muffins. They're one of my favorite muffins, and I especially love making them at home. And especially because right now, well, here in California, blueberries are in season, and so they're so sweet and so perfectly juicy, and they're just absolutely delicious right now. So let's go ahead and go over the ingredients so we can get started. Here I have 1/3, 1 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. I have 3/4 a cup of sugar, 1 egg, 3 ounces of oil. This is vegetable oil. I have half a cup of blueberries. And in my Pyrex cup here, I have half a cup of milk, and I just went ahead and added my teaspoon of vanilla extract. So before I do anything, I'm gonna take about a teaspoon of this flour. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my blueberries. And I'm just gonna coat my blueberries in the flour. And this is gonna help them from not sinking to the bottom of your muffin. This is gonna help them stay, you know, throughout the muffin. Oh, we lost one blueberry. Let's get him back in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put this back to the side, and then just go ahead and stir in my baking powder and salt. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my whisk for this, and then switch to a spatula. But if you want to use your mixer, if you have a handheld mixer or your KitchenAid mixer, you can go ahead and use that. This is pretty easy. I don't need no fancy equipment. So let's go ahead and add our sugar. I'll go ahead and switch to my whisk here. Just go ahead and whisk that in. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk and my vanilla. Just start whisking. I'm gonna add my oil. Put this aside. Just go ahead and start mixing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my egg as well. I'm gonna go ahead and crack it in this bowl. Whenever you're baking, guys, it's really important to crack your eggs in a separate bowl, just in case you might get a bad egg. You don't want to go ahead and ruin your batter that you've already started. You're just going to be wasting. And I should have grabbed a fork, but hey, a spoon works. Just give this a quick little beat, and go ahead and add that to our mix. Just put this aside, and just go ahead and keep whisking just till it comes together. And I also have my oven preheating. I have it right now at 400. So you want to go ahead and do that before you get started. So this is coming together. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to my spatula, just because I don't want to overmix. The batter. And overmixing makes for a tough muffin. And hey, who wants a tough muffin? Not me. Not me. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just mix this all together, just like so. Okay. And it comes together pretty quickly, as you can see. And since it's almost there, I'm gonna go ahead and add my blueberries. Okay. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and give these a good little fold. You want to be gentle so you don't, burst. Any of the blueberries will burst. I mean, if 1 or 2 doesn't matter. All you're gonna do is just add more blueberry goodness to your muffin. Alright guys, that looks about right about where I want it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all my batter off my spatula. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this just sit for about 5 minutes just so it can rest. I don't know, I find when I do this, when I'm making muffins or even cakes, I like to just let it sit, let it rest, let the batter rest for about 5 minutes, and it just, I don't know what happens. It just like relaxes, and then it just gives you a really nice, fluffy, tender cake or muffin. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this rest, and I'm gonna grab my muffin tins and line them with some cupcake liners, and then we'll go ahead and get the batter into the muffin tins and then get them in the oven. Guys, so I went ahead and let this rest for about a good 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna give it one little stir just to make sure we got all the flour incorporated. And what I'm gonna go ahead and use is just a regular spoon, and just put one little teaspoon in there. And this recipe is gonna give you about 8 to 10 muffins. And they're gonna be just absolutely delicious. White sparkling sugar. You can find these in the baking aisle next to the sprinkles, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit on top. This is just gonna create a nice little crunch, and it's gonna be super yummy. I love the top part of any muffin. It's the best part for me. So not too much, just a little bit. It's just gonna give, you know when you go to like, for example, like Starbucks, or you go to like a cafe and they have muffins and they have that nice sugary crunch coating on top? They probably use these sparkling sugar. So let's go ahead and get this in the oven. We're gonna bake these for only about 15 to 20 minutes at 400. And I'll show you what it looks like when they're all ready. All right guys, here you have the end result. Here are blueberry muffins. Oh my gosh, guys, it smells so good right now in my kitchen. But before we open one of these up so we can see how fluffy they are inside, I do have to say, sorry, I have mommy brain these days. For baking instructions, you're gonna go ahead and bake these in at 400 for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you're gonna reduce the heat to 350 degrees, and you're gonna bake them for additional 10 minutes, so a total of 20 minutes. And then you're gonna take them out, and you're gonna have these lovely beauties here. So when they were out of the oven, I went ahead and let them cool in the pan for about 5 minutes, and then transfer them to a cooling rack. And I let them cool for about 10 minutes, but we're joking. I am so anxious to just crack one of these open and give them a taste. But do you see how that sugar, it doesn't really, it's not like, oh, I'm adding sprinkles or to give it some kind of look. It's just to create a nice little crunch on top. So I am gonna go ahead and dig in. Let's see how easy that was. You see the juices, the blueberry bursted and the juices are just running through. Let's see here. Do you see that, guys? Look how fluffy they are inside. Oh my goodness. And those blueberries just bursted as they were baking. So let's give it a try. So good. So good. Hopefully you guys give this recipe a try. Let me know in the comment section below how you like it. Also give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.